Rise and shine, it's Monday, July 1st. Today we are excited to bring you a selection of segments from previous episodes, showcasing some of the most engaging and inspiring moments from our show, Rise and Shine. First, we'll start off with an inspiring episode featuring Marquita Mansfield with Platform Counseling. She'll share valuable insights into mental health and well-being. Next, we have the wonderful Sarah Woolmaker from the Anniston Museum and Gardens, who has brought along some amazing ambassador animals. Prepare to be fascinated by these incredible creatures and learn more about their role in education and conservation. Then we'll hear from Mayor Joe Taylor of Rainbow City, who will update us on exciting initiatives and developments happening in that community. And last but not least, a special treat from my friend from Colorado, Richard Massey. He was there to bring his unique perspective and bring some songs to our show. So grab your coffee, settle in, and enjoy this wonderful blend of stories, insights, and conversations. Rise and shine, everyone. It is 7:48 on your Tuesday morning, May the 21st, and we are visiting with Marquita Mansfield and with Platform Counseling, and we're talking all about mental health and counseling and getting to know more about what it is to be a counselor and also learning some more about you, Marquita.
Yes, okay. Let's go.
Okay, so challenges. Let's talk about some of the biggest challenges you faced as a counselor.
Yeah, okay, and I'm human. You know, we're all human, right? Sometimes I have those moments where, okay, did I really make an impact? Did I really do enough? And, you know, we're supposed to not carry, you know, stuff like that, but yeah, I'm human. Sure. And it does. It weighs heavy sometimes, especially with those tougher cases. Like, did I do enough? Did they really, you know, get what I was trying to say? Are they going to quit on me? And that's another one that, you know, it hits home to where, okay, I'm going to call them back and just try, but to no avail. But that can be really, really tough, and especially when someone is going through anxiety and depression and you really don't see a change. And that's when we were kind of looking to like refer, because if I can't help this person now, let me just try finding someone who possibly could. So, and also when someone isn't willing to do the work. You know, it's like I mentioned, it's a team effort, and if that person isn't putting in the work, they're not going to see the results. So, and that's when they might get frustrated at times, but I'll say, well, hey, did you do this? Did you do your homework? Oh, yeah, so it's just things like that when I feel that I'm not doing enough, and also, we all know therapy can get very, very heavy. And I don't even have to, you know, mention, you know, the word, but with depression and anxiety, and when someone feels that they're at their wit's end, it can get really, really heavy.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you balance that in your personal, like not taking it home with you?
Self-care.
Yeah.
And you hear that term used all the time, but I cannot stress that enough. It's important to take care of yourself. I mean, imagine me going in to a session with a client who has anxiety, and I have anxiety going into it. Like, what will we get done?
Yeah.
Nothing. We'll probably leave really just scratching our heads. Like, you know, what did we just do? So self-care, and just also telling myself that I did the best that I could do. And those positive affirmations are very, very important. Like, I have every now and then I put like little sticky notes like on my mirror, not just at home, but also at work too. So it serves as that reminder that, okay, it's going to be okay. You're doing the best that you can do. You're impacting way more people than you ever imagined that you are impacting. So that kind of brings me back. It grounds and centers me. But the main thing is self-care.
Self-care.
Yes.
And that is something that I mean, all of us, but we as women sometimes can put that aside because we're so busy taking care of everyone else.
Exactly. And I tell, you know, anyone, you know, get your nails done, get your hair done, go and read that book that you've always wanted to read. You know, set some time for yourself, because in the grand scheme of things, you matter too. It's very important. Don't lose yourself in whatever role that you have. I mean, I wear many caps. I'm a wife, I'm a mom of 3 boys, 4 boys, including my husband. So you don't want to, you know, you want to immerse yourself in those roles, because I love that. You know, it's the favorite part of my life, you know, being a wife and mom. But at the same time, you don't want to necessarily be defined by that and letting it be all of you. You know, you're in there somewhere too. So it's just very, very important to not lose yourself in anything that you do, and put yourself first, and just remember that you matter. Take care of you.
How do you accomplish that when you do have so many people who are needing your time? How do you say, hey, it's my time?
Yes, prayer.
Well, and make sure that they're honoring that. Because
yes, I don't know what I would do without my calendar. I live by my calendar. I literally have to pencil myself in. So, and you make time for things that matter to you. So. On the outside looking in, it can be difficult, but it's fairly easy, because priority is a thing, and it's very important to prioritize your life, work, home balance, prioritizing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we all struggle with that. Like, how do you balance that work?
Right. And do you ever be in the middle? I mean, you might be like close, but sometimes you're this and that, but are we ever really here?
No,
it might feel like you might come close to it, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, okay, if I put my family here, then my work goes, but then if I put my work here, then my family. And sometimes things just, like, happen at the same time, and you can't help it. It's like, which one do I go do? Do I go here, or do I stay here? And that's really a challenge.
Also asking for help. And that's one thing that I struggle with, because in my head, I'm Superwoman. I have to take care of all of it. I have to get everything done myself, not realizing that there's so many people who are willing to stand in a gap for me and my family and friends too. I mean, it really takes a village. So it's important to not be scared to ask for help. I'm not scared to ask for it. I just don't care to do it.
Right, I know, it's difficult.
Yes, right.
Because you're right. I mean, hey, I can do it. It's just easier if I just do it. I know how I want it to be done.
Yes, and getting one gray hair by the day. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's okay.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Well, we talked about challenges. Let's talk about what are the most rewarding things, because surely there's a lot of reward, or you wouldn't continue doing it.
Yes, whether it's someone writing a positive review, or someone just putting my name out there. Like, I don't even have a website, and I consider, when I first opened up, I was like, well, I have to do all these things. I have to network and all that. I'm blessed where I don't even have to do that. I guess my work speaks for itself through my clients and the people that I serve. Like, they get the word out for me. Like, I'll get a text, well, such and such said that you do this and this and this, are you? And I'm so blessed in that regard. But the most rewarding moment, I would have to say, is when that client has that breakthrough. It is the most beautiful thing to watch. And me, I'm their cheerleader. They know that. They know I'm dramatic. I have invisible pom-poms, I'm just saying. So when I witness them have that moment, it's nice to have that moment with them. It's nice to sit on the sideline and watch them have their moment and realize, okay, this is what I didn't do correctly. So let me go and rearrange it, and now I'm here and I'm on to a better side of things. So that is the most beautiful thing. It really, like, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. It's just a beautiful thing to watch. And knowing that I played, and I won't say a huge role, but just a small role into helping them get there. Yes.
Yeah, and sometimes just having somebody that is going to be your cheerleader, and somebody that is there to listen and to absorb that information and to help try to work with you to figure out what the best way forward is. So I know you're a great cheerleader.
I try to be.
And so, but that comes with building trust, right?
Yes.
In order for someone to have that experience, how do you build the trust with your clients?
I try to be as relatable as possible, and not in like an oversharing way, but there are some times when a client has been through something that I've been through and I have gotten to a better side of things. I don't mind sharing a piece of my story, and even if it's a situation where I get a mom who's just overwhelmed and she says, I'm a mom, I can say, well, hey, I'm a mom too, and just the fact that I mentioned that, you can just see that weight being lifted, because they know that I can empathize and they know that I can relate to whatever that they're going through, because it's tough being a mom. Yeah. So it's just little, indicators like that to build that trust and that rapport. And they might not get it right away during the initial session, but I do want to make them feel as comfortable as possible. I'm very silly. I like to laugh, and I just want, we just kind of shake the nervousness off and all of that stuff. So that's very, very important, just building that rapport and that trust. And over time, they'll see. I want my actions to back up what I say, because anyone can disclose and say, well, hey, this is a safe space. Well, hey, it's going to stay in these 4 walls. But I want you to see and feel that, because saying, that's only half of it.
Yeah. And that is, when you're going in to speak with someone and you are opening your heart and your soul, and you're talking about about the things that you might not want to speak out loud, but you know you have to.
Yes.
Ooh, you have to have that trust, or it's not
Right.
going to work. And I love that you said to make it fun, because it doesn't always have to just be like so serious, and
no.
it doesn't always have to be tears. Sometimes it can be happy tears. Sometimes
Right.
there are tears.
Right.
It doesn't always just have to be so serious all the time. Counseling
And
can
that's
just
boring,
be
too.
conversation. Yeah, it is. But no, with the you know, all the things that we have to go through with life, like that
Right.
doesn't have to be.
Right. And not to minimize those serious things, because, you know, sometimes those things, you know, are the reason why that client is in my office. So we hold space for all emotions. So I'll say that much.
I always say, if you can laugh at it, you can live with it.
Exactly. I like that. I'm gonna borrow that
there
one.
you go. I said I'm kind of a fix it or forget it, or laugh at it and live with it
Yes,
kind of. You know,
yes.
I mean, but sometimes you have to have a journey to get to the point of to be able to
Exactly.
kind of
Exactly.
like laugh through it.
And another thing, the process is very creative. I had a client one time, and I know she wouldn't mind me mentioning this. She told me she played the flute, and I was like, well, hey, guess what? I play the flute too. And she was working on anxiety. So what we did, as far as a therapeutic technique, breathing exercises. When you're playing the flute, you're having to, you know, breathe with inflection. So we spent one session playing the flute with each other. We made beautiful music, by the way.
love
So
that.
you have to get really, really creative sometimes.
And breathing is good.
Exactly.
Well, let's all take a moment to take a deep
Yes.
breath, and we're going to go to a commercial break. So we're going to leave you with a big breath. Inhale and exhale.
I feel so much better already.
You do. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. You're watching Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24.
At Bentley Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
You may not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 23-24 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox, 24 models. You got it, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
Rise and shine, everyone. It is Monday, May the 6th, 7:47 in the morning, and we are starting our day off today with our friend Sarah Woolmaker, the assistant director there at Anniston Museum and Gardens. And we have a special friend with us this morning. This is Snickers.
Snickers, yes ma'am. Snickers, the African fat-tailed gecko.
He's so
He's on the move this
He's
morning
on
too.
the move. He's exploring. He's
doing
checking
laps.
it out.
It's like a treadmill right now.
So, so tell us about Snickers.
So Snickers has been with us, I want to say, since maybe 2018 or 19. The years kind of run together, to be honest with you. But he's an African fat-tailed gecko, so native to Africa. What I like about him are some of his adaptations. He's a pretty cool dude. If you notice, he has a really beautiful, almost bumpy skin here. Okay, if you want to touch his hide. It's very smooth, right?
Wow.
Very, very smooth. And where he lives, he can live in a dry or a wet environment, but he's mainly going to be over there by like the savannas. And if you notice his tail, it looks pretty similar to his face, and that's on purpose. So when he gets feisty and he finds some food, he'll start stalking it, similar to like how a cat would slow down and maybe puff out their tail and, you know, kind of hunch a little bit. He will do that, and then he'll pick up his tail and he'll wag his tail in the air. Okay, so he'll just wave it back and forth like this, almost like he's shaking it like a flag. And what do you think he's doing when he does that?
Distracting?
Exactly. It's a caudal lure, and so he is wagging his tail, trying to make the prey item think, oh no, the face is over there, it's going to eat me, and then he can go in and strike. So he'll eat like insects and things like that. And we feed him crickets at the museum, and he may get a mealworm here and there, or maybe a small cockroach, a Madagascar hissing cockroach, but primarily crickets. And it's really funny to see his behavior, though. A lot of our geckos, you'll see they have, like around here, we have those little house geckos, or Mediterranean geckos, I think is another name for them, especially like southern Alabama and sometimes in Georgia. They look really small and they're translucent. They have the sticky toes, right? And so they can climb really well. This guy has nails on his toes, and that's because he's in that sandy environment. So he doesn't want to pick up the sand as he goes. But he can go into little burrows or find little crevices and rocks to hide. And look at him holding himself up.
He's
it's so funny.
cute.
He is so funny.
Look at this little guy. He's showing off
adorable.
for the camera.
Yeah, getting a good
Look
side,
at
he said.
him. Oh, Snickers. He's so fun. So he likes to eat crickets.
He likes to eat crickets. And what's neat about these guys, we talk a lot about biomimicry at the museum. And it's one of the aspects of it is that we talk about how science is learning from the natural world. And so with geckos, especially those sticky toes, they're using that technology, they're trying to basically copy that and use that technology to be able to climb the sides of buildings and things. So we're observing and learning, similar to how, you know, hey, we said, hey, these animals, they're camouflaged, we can't see them, we should wear camouflage to go hunting now. You know, similar concept, where we practice that biomimicry and we want to copy what the biological world is doing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's a fun guy. He's good for all ages. You know, he's not really scary. The little kids like him. He's a really cool texture. He's very calm. You can have these in the pet trade. Leopard geckos, I would say, are more common. And those are the yellow guys. And they have a thicker tail like this, and it has a point on the end. Same behavior with shaking it, but they're yellow with really pretty black dots all over them. And they're just more common in the pet trade than the African fat-tailed here.
So the kids love him.
They do. Yeah, they do. Because, I mean, he's got a pretty friendly face.
Yeah,
you know?
he's super cute.
He has a pretty friendly face here.
Yeah.
And, I mean, anything with a mouth can bite, but if he's going to bite, he's typically going to bite us because we're the ones holding him. So we don't let kids hold him for that reason.
Yeah.
But he's a good introduction to our reptiles and amphibians.
They usually start with him and kind of work up from there.
Yeah, we try to start small. We do a lot of birthday parties at the museum. So you can host a children's birthday party on Saturdays in the morning or in the afternoon. And when we do that, you can add live animals. And so we'll bring 3 critters out. And we have a list of things that we offer to bring out. And like with the snakes, we'll say, do you want a small, medium, or large size snake? And then, because when they shed, you don't want to have them out and engaging with folks because they're vulnerable and they're not in the best mood.
Yeah.
And so we just go small, medium, or large, and then we determine by the size and then see who's ready for their show.
How fun.
Yeah.
What a fun place to have a birthday party.
It is a lot of fun.
That's
yeah.
where you can make a lot of memories. And, yeah.
And it's, you know, a lot of our locals, they may think, well, we've been there before, right? But your kid hasn't been there with their friends. And that's the same with field trips. When you see, it's so much fun when you see a kid that has been to the museum before, and then you see them, like, they become the tour guide. And so they have to show their buddies everywhere in here, and they're like, oh, but did you see this? Look at this really cool thing. And it's really cute to see them kind of take charge.
Yeah, and that's so important to get them so excited about learning. And, you know, I mean, that's a creative way to get them excited about learning.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
Getting that great information that they need. Oh, he's just so cute.
He
I
is
love
cute.
Snickers.
They have really good eyesight, too, which is cool.
Do they? How old do you think he is?
I am not sure. I believe, so the Alabama Herpetological Society, which is a mouthful, but so the Alabama Herpetological Society, they donated him to us. So they had a huge collection, and they started to narrow in on primarily just natives, and so they started rehoming their exotics, and they gave us Snickers. I'm not sure how long they had him. He can live 15 to 20 years, though.
Oh, wow.
So even this little guy has a pretty decent lifespan.
Yeah, that is a good. He's got a good life there.
Exactly.
He gets
He's living
to
his
hang
best
out.
life.
He is living his best life.
And
Getting
if folks want to see him, you know, up close and personal, we do have Herp Fest coming up.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, Herp Fest is a celebration of reptiles and amphibians. We host it on the first Saturday of June every year, and it keeps growing. So it's been wonderful. This show came back years ago, and when I started at the museum in 2015, we started bringing it back. So there was a lull there where we didn't host it, and then we brought it back, and one of my advisors and professors at Jacksonville State, he was my point of contact. He was Dr. Frog, so Dr. George Klein. And if you see our image, there's a cute little tree frog on that. And so that is to represent Dr. Klein. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago. But so we continue to honor him with Herp Fest. He was, again, his name was Dr. Frog, so obviously he was a real big herpetologist, so he studied reptiles and amphibians and had a lot of really great contacts throughout the state, and he helped me develop this, and now Amy Gray is our education director, and she's taken it and is running full speed ahead. We have many different environmental education groups that come, and they bring live animals. You'll meet frogs, salamanders, turtles. We have over 30 species of turtles in Alabama.
Yeah.
#1 for the state, so yay Alabama. We have 49 different species of snakes, so we'll see pretty much everything represented there, as well as exotics. We bring people from throughout, so Auburn University is going to come and represent, the Extension Center is going to come and represent. We have that Alabama Herpetological coming. There's an organization, a turtle organization in Talladega coming. Nakalula Falls is coming. So just a good wide range of JSU always has a strong presence. And you come in. The tickets are $10 a person, and that's for an adult or a child, but our babies, 0 to 3, are free. It's at our Longleaf Event Center, so I don't think you went that far up when you came to visit us. All the way up the hill?
No.
Okay. So yeah, you pass the Anniston Museum and the Berman Museum. You go all the way past the Monarch Butterfly, and it's the Longleaf Event Center. And so when you walk in, we have a huge hall where everybody's set up with their tables, and you can walk around and meet people from all over the state. You meet all their critters, you ask your questions. A lot of times there's time for that one-on-one conversation, because most of those groups will bring more than one representative so that you can have that talk. And then last year we had this really cool woman. I love face paint. Okay, I'm a child at heart.
Oh, yeah.
And she does like your whole face.
Oh, cool.
You know, so I had a whole snake painted across my face, a lot of fun.
Nice.
She's coming back. And then we do lectures and presentations. So some of that is teaching about how to identify venomous snakes. You know, we've got 6 venomous snakes in our state. We might not be able to learn all 49. So let's start with just learning our venomous.
Sure.
And then we're a little bit safer, right?
Yes.
So about what to do, how to identify them, maybe what's most recent in research for reptiles and amphibians. Just a lot. It's a really good learning opportunity, and we have lots of games and activities. There's a slime pool. So
a slime
A
pool.
slime pool.
Okay.
So everybody loves slime. Parents don't, but we do have buckets to clean off with, so don't worry. But it's a lot of fun. We really enjoy it.
Slime's kind
Yeah.
of fun. I grew up in the whole Nickelodeon slime.
See,
you know.
exactly. So
How fun. Well, I'm going to have to get Stella, and we're going to have to
she
come
would
to her vest.
love it.
Yes.
Kid you not, she would love it.
I would love it too. That is one of the things, with snakes, and I know, being fearful of snakes, that is a true fear. But also, I think it's a lot about we don't understand it. We're not sure which ones are venomous and which ones are not, and so we're afraid of all of them.
And they
just
can
because
startle
of
you.
the sex.
They're sitting there, you don't see them, you walk by, and all of a sudden it moves. That's going to startle you for sure. Yeah.
But having that knowledge of, okay, this snake is, I'm going to leave it alone, it'll leave me alone. But then knowing which ones, because you hear some people say, well, a good snake is a dead snake. But that's not always true, because we need snakes. They're
very important.
Very important.
Yeah, that food chain. And I'll tell you, with venomous snakes, so your, gosh, let me get this right. I think it's your rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes are copperheads. I think it's copperhead venom. They've used it to start fighting breast cancer. Rattlesnake venom, they're using it to start with blood thinners. So you can learn, just like that biomimicry, you can learn from, we can take aspects from these different animals and see how it can be applied to us.
Yes.
So, and then of course your natural pest control. I don't particularly want rodents in or near my house, so I'd rather have a snake around. I respect it if other folks didn't. You can just call up your local pest control and have them come help you out there. Maybe.
Let nature take care of nature, though.
Exactly.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Well, we've got so many more things to talk about. We've got to go to a quick break now. So Snickers, stay tuned. We're going to talk some more about Anniston Museum and Gardens and all of the fun things that are going on there. So we'll be right back. You're watching Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24.
Look, have you ever had a bank give you money for anything? Family Savings actually pays me for keeping my money at their credit union. I earn interest of 3% APY on my checking account and 1.5% APY on my savings, just for what I was already doing at my old bank. I even get up to $20 per month in ATM fee returns. It's kind of nice to get paid for just using my checking account.
Open an Engage account at Family Savings Credit Union and get rewarded. Family Savings, your best financial friend.
I'm Alan Parnell with Parnell Insurance Agency. We've been here in Oxford and Alabama, Tallapoosa, Georgia since 1990. With Auto Owners Insurance, we're able to give customers competitive pricing along with excellent coverages. Parnell Insurance can handle all of your personal, commercial, and life insurance needs. We have a very experienced staff, both personal and commercial. All together, we've got about 125 years experience. Come see what our insurance agency can do for you in Oxford, Alabama, and Tallapoosa, Georgia.
Auto Owners Insurance.
At Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
Hey, is your money future-proof? When I invest in a CD, Family Savings gives me a great rate, way better than my old savings account. Now, my money makes money, and I don't have to do a thing. Watching those numbers go up is really satisfying, and I can feel good about my family's future.
Open a CD at Family Savings Credit Union and get your best rate no matter the term. Family Savings Credit Union, your best financial friend.
Rise and shine. It is 8:02 on your Monday morning, April the 22nd, and we are back with Mayor Joe Taylor of Rainbow City. I'm sure you've all driven through Rainbow City, and if you haven't, make sure to do that. And also, I'm sure it has been a city that has been on the top of a lot of people's talking points because it is an extremely growing community, exciting. There's lots of cool things going on. And then there is that small town feel with lots of opportunities surrounding it. And one of the things that when we were going to break, we were talking about how many people are wanting to move into Rainbow City, of course, because it's a great community and safety. The schools are wonderful. Fire, police, you just have so many great things going on. But with nearly 70% of the homes in Rainbow City being occupied by owners, what measures are being taken to promote affordable housing and just housing in general?
Well, we're one of the few cities that have that problem. You know, most of the cities surrounding us, you know, are dealing with high rental. You know, in other words, that's a sign of a degradation in your city and in your infrastructure, is that you have more rentals than you have people that are in ownership. So we encourage ownership for sure, but we also, you know, we don't want to forget that there's a need for underserved. Sure. You know, especially in housing. And so right now we have 120 units that are in planning or in a stage of being built. We have a fair amount of multifamily dwellings, you know, apartments. And so we know that we're trying to meet all of those needs at the same time, which can be a little bit of a headache. But we're behind and we need housing. We need single family housing. So if you're a contractor and you're looking for doing a subdivision, we've relaxed some of our subdivision rules. We know that we try not to be stringent when it comes to knowing more about the industry than we do. A lot of cities will be very punitive in subdivides and those type of things, and we know that the size of the house, the cost of the square footage, that all drives the purchase price, and it should drive the amenities of the neighborhood. And in that case, as long as you're bringing something that falls inside of our guidelines, we allow you to have that freedom to be able to build and build to suit. You know, we see those signs on the side of the road when it comes to commercial property. We want that same thing when it comes to residential property. I was a commercial developer. There's another little thing that I did, and you know, and what I found out was that, you know, the market is driven based on what you put out on the market. You know, there's not a cookie cutter way of solving all the problems. So the way that we do it is we allow experts to come in and tell us the best direction for our city to go. And as long as that falls within the guidelines of our comprehensive understanding of our city, we're going to be okay, and we'll work those things out.
I appreciate that about you, Mayor, is that you are able to listen. And that's a big skill.
I think it's the most important thing. Yeah. You know, you can't I've always been told, you know, are you listening or are you just waiting to talk? And I try now. I love to talk, so and I especially love to talk about my city. But there are times when I just have to be quiet and allow people that are quite honestly smarter than me to tell me what they know. You know, we have so many people that are true subject matter experts inside our city. You know, our city clerk and our street department people, our people in planning and building. You know, those people know more about running a city or their portion of that city than I do. So if I fail to listen to the people that are running those departments, I fail, and I fail in a major way, and I don't want to do that.
Nope, that's one thing that you're not going to do.
No, I'm not good at that.
And you surround yourself with people who are educated and knowledgeable and passionate like you are about the growth of Rainbow City.
Yeah, and I think that's another portion of our comprehensive plan, which is on our website at rbcalabama.com. If you go to that comprehensive plan and you start reading through just the level of education that we have, you know, and all of that is derived mainly from John Jones being a blue ribbon school, from Rainbow Middle School being one of the highest scoring middle schools in the state. All of those things, and then Westbrook Christian School being a K through 12 that offers that different set of skills to kids and their students. All of those things together create for a learning experience, and it creates for an education level inside our city. I'm not saying that education is the only thing that you can have, that's the only thing that makes you successful, but it's a big part of making some people very, very successful.
Sure.
And that's what we want to do. Personally, I'm not a very educated person. I guess the School of Hard Knocks has done me okay.
That's
but
education.
It's been some hard knocks.
It is.
But I think that's what we're doing now, is we're trying to look at all those little pieces and make a composite city out of that. And when we do kind of pattern ourselves a little bit out of after Oxford. Oxford's done a lot of things very, very well. And one thing that they do is they straddle an interstate, and that's the opportunity that we have soon with the near mega site, is that we'll be on both sides of Interstate 59, and that's a game changer for our whole region.
Let's talk a little about that mega site, if you don't mind. Do you want
That is a very exciting thing to talk about. I could talk for days about the near mega site. It's 1,100 acres owned by the Etowah County Commission. It's in a memorandum of understanding with the city of Rainbow City for it to be annexed in to provide premium city services when a tenant comes around. And so what we did is we got together about 2 years ago now, myself and Etowah County Commissioner Craig Enzer. We sat in a room with a couple of attorneys and said, hey, is there any way that you guys would want this mega site? I said, absolutely, we would like to have it, but we don't want it because it's a land grab. It becomes an economic development opportunity for our 5-county area. There's no doubt that, it's the same as what happened with Mercedes and Honda and all these other places that have mega sites. Down in Baldwin County, Novellis is coming into Baldwin County. Those are game-changing opportunities that you would never see in a lifetime. We have one right in the middle of Etowah County, right to the edge of Rainbow City, and that's something that we're going to do.
I think we have a graphic of that so people can see just how vast that is.
Yeah, it's 1,100 acres. It's sitting on Interstate 59. It's just an incredible. It's got a 110-acre finished pad that's ready for a building right now. It has all of its infrastructure. Norfolk Southern became a partner in the Build Alabama program. It's a tax credit opportunity that they had. They've sunk about $11 million into this site. Alabama Power has brought a brand new substation to this site. It's another $3-4 million worth of investment.
Wow.
We know that Spire Gas has high pressure gas lines that was relocated to the edge of our site to serve the tenant. Comcast is bringing high-speed internet and actually gig speed that's dual role. I don't really understand all of that technology. And then our Rainbow City Water Utility and Water and Sewer will be bringing water and sewer capability. And I think it shows cooperation. Everybody loves to talk about being cooperative and having these cohesive plans. But us, along with the Etowah County Commission, we dedicated our ARPA money, and that was money that came from the government that we normally would have never received, and we're putting about $1.1 million into a water project, and the county commission's putting about $20 million into a water and sewer project that goes to our water utility, and then that allows for this site to be totally wrapped up and finished. That process is ongoing right now. We've already got most of the right-of-way has been acquired, and we start putting pipes in the ground in the next few weeks or months, and we know that we can beat any tenant that comes in to build out on that site. We know that we can beat them to the back door, and that's saying before they could come up and need water and sewer or power or rail or any of those things, before they would need it in their end product, pushing product out of their back door, we know that we can beat them in that process. And so again, staying ahead of our competition, and in this case, our competition is us.
Yeah. Wow. And we don't have an announcement yet on who that's going to be.
We don't,
that's going
but there sure are a lot of people that talk.
I could imagine, especially knowing that y'all have things sewed together and ready for them. So
yeah, and you know, we deal with the city of Attala and the city of Gadsden and Southside and down into St. Clair County. You know, we can't leave out the fact that that site sits right on the edge of the St. Clair County line, and so you know, we're always having to deal and talk to and communicate with our cohorts down in St. Clair County. We know that this is going to touch Blount County. This is going to help Marshall County, Cherokee, and Calhoun.
Yeah.
You know, we're all of our surrounding counties will be affected by this mega site, and so it's a lot to talk about, a lot to think about.
Yeah, we'll have to have you back and continue conversations on that. And I think it was a graphic of the mega sports complex is what we have. So we'll have to touch on that.
Yeah, we have about 200 acres of recreational area right in the center of our city. We're an outdoor city. Our city doubles in size almost every weekend.
There's that one.
We go from 10,000 to about, that's right, that's it. You can see it's situated just south of Highway 77, down Lindsay and Kinsey Road. One end of the road is Lindsay Road, the other end is Kinsey Road. And right there, almost in that little puzzle hook, down at the very bottom right-hand corner, just behind Rainbow Middle School, is going to be a Challenger Learning Center, a STEM Learning Center. Already you can see the far left-hand corner of that is a 6 soccer fields that are approved, U.S. soccer approved fields, and it's just a beautiful area and allows for our kids and a lot of travel opportunity to come into our city, and that grows our city. It's amazing how many people that are interested in moving here just because of our recreational opportunities. We know that probably 1/2 of the people that move inside our city are not moving from a local city. They're moving from outside the state into Rainbow City because of the water, because of the outdoor recreation opportunity, and just because of safety.
Yep.
And those 3 things will always make you a winning city.
Absolutely. Gosh, we have so much more to talk about. We have to go to another quick break, but stay tuned. You're watching Rise and Shine right here on TV 24 with Mayor Joe Taylor as our guest this morning. We will be right back.
At Family Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
You may not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 23-24 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox, 24 models. You got it, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine right here on TV 24. It is Monday, April the 8th, 8:16 in the morning. We want to thank Jerome McQueen for stopping in and talking about the STEM extravaganza. Make sure that you go to that website, academics.com, get your kids registered. There's still some spaces available. He'd love to have you, and they will definitely benefit from being a part of that event. So I have now my friend Richard Massey in. He is visiting from Colorado, and we've had a great weekend of playing music, and I said, hey, stop on by the studio and see how I get to spend my mornings, and I just happened to bring a guitar with me. So, you know, I figured we might could play a song or two. What do you think?
Thanks for having me.
Well, yeah, thanks for coming to visit. It's been fun.
Oh, yeah. Lots of picking and grinning.
Hey, we did this weekend. That's all we did.
Yeah.
We played, and I'm sure your fingers are probably feeling it. I know mine are, trying to get my mandolin out this weekend. It was a lot of fun. So let's play one of our favorites that we like to play.
All right. Let's do it.
Play a song for the morning.
I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another. The child is grown old. If dreams were thunder, lightning was desire, this old house would have burned down and a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, well, I had me a cowboy. Wasn't much to look at, and just a free rambling man. And there was a long time, no matter how I tried, the years they just rolled by like a broken down dance. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I can't hear them buzzing, and I ain't done
Beautiful.
Thank you. You too. I just love playing music with you. I miss you all the time. I'm so glad that you come back to visit. So we have a few more minutes. We could either talk or we could play another song. What you want to do?
Oh, let's just play another song.
Let's just play another song. Will you choose?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Look, fun music this morning for your Monday morning.
I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway, well, that's just my way. Oh, saying I love you, I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the stars turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. All right. Stop to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the stars turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Love
it's
it.
so much fun.
I love playing with you.
I know. I love playing with you too.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get he and Marquita to move to Alabama. I have been working really hard on that. So far, not so successful. But I
We'll
don't
keep
know.
come visiting.
Keep coming to visit.
Yep.
But there's nothing like just being able to call you up and say, hey,
I
man,
know.
let's play some music
I know.
tonight.
We played lots of shows in Colorado that way.
Gosh, we had so much fun.
Yeah.
It was amazing experiences. I really feel like when I moved out there, when we first met, was really like the beginning of my musical journey.
Could have
You
fooled
know,
me. Thought
well-
you'd been doing it forever.
Well, I hadn't. But you really, helped make sure that confidence. And I think that even goes back to like what Jerome and I were visiting with. If you have that confidence, there's no limit to what you can do, right, Jerome? It starts with that confidence, and from there it can just accelerate.
Yeah.
And so if you like music, if you like, whatever it is that you have a passion for, explore that and continue doing it and practice it.
Yeah.
And you've been playing guitar for how long?
Oh, decades.
Decades?
Yes, yes.
All kinds of
A
music.
long time, yeah, yeah.
Well, you're so great at it.
Oh, thank you.
And it has been so much fun, and I'm really thank you for coming by here and letting me spring this on you.
Oh, it's all good fun. I love
He knows that when he's with me, there's always the possibility of an impromptu jam session.
Absolutely.
It's gonna happen because that's what we love. We bonded over music and have become friends, and I appreciate that friendship.
It's a lifelong friendship.
It's a lifelong friendship, and music can do that for people. You can create some of the best relationships and friendships of your life through music, through that shared love.
Yeah.
And I learned that we could you are an engineer, but through music, that can be an engineering. I learned that today.
Yep, it's the same part of the brain, like Jerome says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hey, you can do anything, be anything. So, well, is there anything that you want to say to the camera before we head out today?
I've just enjoyed my time here in Alabama, and want to thank Courtney for hosting us this weekend, and we just love to come and visit and soak it all up.
Yeah, come on back anytime, and I know you're going to go check out that solar eclipse, or what we might be able to see of it.
Gonna go down. My daughter lives in Montgomery, and we're going down there to see the eclipse with my granddaughters.
Yeah, say hey to your granddaughters. They'll love that. Well, fun. Well, you have safe travels, and make sure that when you are out viewing the eclipse today, even though we can't see 100% of it, you still need to make sure to protect your eyes. Never look directly into the sun. Always make sure that you have those specific type glasses, and if you don't have them, then don't look up. I don't think sunglasses are going to cut it. So I know there's welding protection, like glasses, shields, and then of course you can find solar glasses. I know our friends at JSU has a viewing party out there on their lawn, so they have complimentary glasses, so check that out. And so so thank you so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24. We wish you all a very happy Monday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Thank you for watching Rise and Shine. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
At Family Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
You may not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 23-24 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox. 24 models. You got it. 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.